Hello traders, welcome to the SimpliTrade YouTube channel. Our previous channel was hacked, and so we decided to come up with this backup YouTube channel so that we can continue sharing quality content and informative resources to our subscribers and prospective new subscribers. So on Monday towards Tuesday, I shared a setup in the free Telegram community. We saw this price movements on Monday, and this was the candle that was being printed on Monday when I anticipated to see how price was going to trade to the downside to seek sell side liquidity, where mitigation would happen at this bullish block, this bullish rejection block. So this is Euro USD from the 4-hour time frame. I saw how price respected the bullish fair value gap, and then we had this bullish movement, and we saw that the dollar index has been giving us a bearish narrative to the downside. So it means in Euro USD we should anticipate bullish movement. The same thing in GBPUSD. So I anticipated this bullish movement. Wait for the Asia session. That was what I did. I waited for the Asia session to be delivered so that I could look forward to see how price was going to seek the Asia session low for us to have our bullish continuation to the upside. And I actually took my profit at the price level of 19,200, and here we can see price just kept blasting through to 2,800. I wish I was just trading my stop loss, but anyway, when we're trading, we have to set our targets, we have to set our entry, we have to set our stop loss region. So price came to my target and kept on flying to the upside. So you can clearly see how price took the sell side liquidity, and clearly we have the Asia session low, and then the London session gave us the movement further. And then I pointed out how I wanted to see New York session would lead price movement into my target area, and we can see that push. So what we can see is price did not just respect the volume of the bullish block. Price went further to mitigate the rejection region of it before pushing to the upside, because within this candle week in the lower time frame we're going to find bullish order block. That is in the 1 hour time frame, 13-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame also. So we can see how price blasted through to the upside. And today being Wednesday, I saw how price delivered to the downside. I think I waited to see how this 4-hour candle was going to close. I expected to see the bearish mitigation for the bearish fall to the downside, and that you can see clearly happen. But anyway, I didn't take this sell movement Euro USD because I was looking to the buy possibility in USDJPY, and unfortunately USDJPY went for my stop loss before actually heading to the bullish side of things. I shared that in the free Telegram chat group, where I pointed out that USDJPY took me out of the trade and still went in my direction. So we can see Euro USD respected the expectation I had to see bearish movement to the downside, and my target basically was to see price return to this key level, not necessarily this bullish fair value gap here, but anyway price has dipped into that. So let's see what we can anticipate in price towards tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday price movement. So let's see from the daily time frame what we could look forward to see here in Euro USD. So what we can see in Euro USD is the fact that Euro USD has been giving us what the bullish blast to the upside. I shared the weekly perspective that I want to see bullish expectation in Euro USD. So what we can see is that price has broken through this rejection level. So this is a rejection block level. So price has traded through that, and this was that mitigation that helped me to anticipate that bullish continuation when looked into the 4-hour time frame down to the 1-hour time frame. So today being Wednesday, bearish delivery to the downside. So we're looking forward to see what may happen tomorrow, but we are still seeing that price is not dipping much more lower again. So volume is trying to just close here before the beginning of next day. So what we can see is from the daily time frame we have this level. It means if this is going to continue bearish for a bullish possibility, then it means you have this level for you to want to have bullish movement of price to the upside. But then anyway, let's look at the lower time frame, the 4-hour time frame. So it means you are waiting for the possibility of price dipping to mitigate this rejection block level again for the possibility of bullishness to the upside. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Here in the 4-hour time frame, so what we can see in the 4-hour time frame is this is the daily level, but you can clearly see that price is reacting currently at this bullish fair value gap. Price is reacting at this bullish fair value gap here in the 4-hour time frame. So we have to really observe to see what happens. Now we are having the candle that is going to complete the Wednesday fulfillments being formed. So we still have an hour 20 minutes before this candle would finish its formation. So but what we can see is that it is respecting the 4-hour bullish fair value gap. So if this candle close bullish to the upside, then it means we can just look forward to see our bullish continuation then in EURUSD, price seeking this buy side, and we want to see how price comes to this rejection block level. Then we can start considering further bullishness, or price may want to give a bearish movement. So this is what we have to look out for in EURUSD. See what happens from this bullish fair value gap that price is currently reacting at. Then you could look forward to see how the delivery in Asia session is going to be. If price stays bullish, then we know we would have bullish continuation. Want to see price seek buy side here into this rejection block level. So yeah, so we have to wait to see the full fulfillment of this, except this candle decide then to give bearishness to the downside. And if this candle gives us bearishness to the downside with volume really closing below this bullish fair value gap, then it means that this daily level may not even hold. Price will seek this sell side. This sell side, you know, we have fair value gaps left here, but then we are bullish in EURUSD. So let's see what happens here, looking at how this candle would finish its formation. Let's look at the 2-hour time frame, or just go to the 1-hour time frame. So here in the 2-hour time frame, you can see here also it's a bullish fair value gap. This gave a rejection. So if this continues bullish to the upside, then we might see bullish continuation on Thursday. So in the 1-hour time frame, this has been respected. This has been respected. So we might see bullish continuation tomorrow. If price can trade bullish during the Asia session and, you know, violate this bearish block, then we could anticipate further bullish movement of price to the upside to seek buy side liquidity. So let's see what happens once this 4-hour candle finish its formation. So, you know, this is actually the 4-hour bullish block giving us that 4-hour candle. So this is a 1-hour time frame, and we have this candle to also be fulfilled. This 1-hour candle, we still have another 1-hour candle left to be formed. So let's see how this gets fulfilled, and that would help us consider further how we would trade bullish to the upside. So this is what I have to show us in EURUSD. Yeah, in GBPUSD, just like EURUSD, good correlation. We saw how price reacted from this bullish fair value gap and gave us this bullish movement. So I anticipated to see how price was going to return into the bullish block on Tuesday for the bullish continuation, for price to seek Asia session low. But unfortunately, I actually missed the trade setup in GBPUSD. I didn't get the entry from the moment price took out the Asia session low. I waited for the delivery to see then a pullback for the entry for the bullish continuation. But unfortunately, I missed that. So we can see how price just blasted through to the upside, and Wednesday delivery today, price went bearish. Just like EURUSD, anticipated to see how price was going to pull back into this block, and then we have the bearish fall into this fair value gap. Because this is within the Asia session, price went seek liquidity, came down, volume closed bearish. I wasn't anticipating to see bullish continuation, even though the major bias is bullish. I was looking at price dropping into this draw on liquidity, and we can clearly see how price dropped into that. So this was from Tuesday's narrative. So let's look at what we can anticipate tomorrow being Thursday. Let's look at the daily time frame. So here in the daily time frame, what we can see is just the bullish push of price to the upside, and you can see from the daily, price has broken through this rejection block level. So price has broken through this, and price traded to the upside, closed above, and we have Wednesday delivery push to the downside. So this means if we may see price dip lower before going higher, so it means we have this zone and price could dip into the bullish fair value gap before we have our bullish continuation. So this rejection block that was violated to the upside may reclaim price for the bullish continuation. But then let's look at the narrative in lower time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame to look at what we could see. So what we can see here in the 4-hour time frame is this is our daily level. But clearly now we can see here in GBPUSD that price is currently trading at this bullish fair value gap, but then volume is respecting the consequent encroachment and trading above. So if this 4-hour candle close bullish to the upside, then we may anticipate to see the possibility that price may just retest this and then we continue bullish. What am I saying? We could see price just retest this, and that could even happen during the Asia session, and then price aim for the buy side liquidity, trade into this rejection block level, and next this buy side liquidity. So we have to wait to see how this 4-hour candle close. But for now, what we are seeing is that the bullish fair value gap is being respected, and price may not necessarily have to dip before pushing to the upside. So let's wait to see how this candle closes. This will determine a lot if we're going to see the bullish push to seek buy side, in extension trades into the rejection level. Next, we have the buy side again here as the draw on liquidity. So if volume violates this bullish fair value gap, then we may see price dip lower again before the possibility of a bullish movement. But this is what I'll be looking for to see. Let's see the 1-hour time frame. So what we can see in the 1-hour time frame, it's a quite poor market delivery here, but then price is still respecting the fair value gap. And you can see here in the 1-hour time frame, we have this bullish block that price returned again to retest it the second time, because this is the first mitigation, a push. So if this trades and stays above, you can see clearly that price is going to give us a bullish block here, and that could serve as where price may possibly mitigate again to give us bullish continuation to seek buy side into the rejection level for further buy side drawn liquidity. So this may even happen during the Asia session. So should in case possibly you want to look out for the Asia market session delivery, then you can do that, because it could happen during the Asia session. But then if price possibly comes back like this, then we may see price dips lower before we could have this possibility of a bullishness. But then I'm looking at this level, guys. So this is how we do it. So let's check the 2-hour time frame. There is no need, but then you can also see 2 hours is just giving us sign of price being attracted to this buy side liquidity. So this is just a quick one for GBPUSD. Let's look at the next pair. So here in USDJPY, for the USDJPY buy position I took today, what I saw was this price traded into this daily level. This is a daily rejection level, and I saw price was giving us bullish movements, and that was defined from the 4-hour time frame. And then I came into the 4-hour time frame, which I went further to the 1 hour. What I saw in the 4-hour time frame was that this gave an engulfing candle, and this was the candle that was being delivered in the market, and I was seeing how volume was just staying above, failing to trade lower. And that was when in the 1-hour time frame, I believe, let's get to the 1-hour time frame, I think down to the 15-minute time frame. So what I saw was that price was staying above this sell candle here. This movement was just staying above it, and we can see price just kept giving wicks. So it was in the 15-minute time frame, or no, that should be in the 30-minute time frame. I think the 15-minute time frame. I know that should be in the 30-minute. Let's see the 30 minutes. Yeah, it was in the 30-minute time frame. I took my entry here. I expected to see price seek this sell side and give us the possibility to trade higher. My stop loss was just below this candle with volume, but unfortunately, price traded way much lower, and this candle took me out. You can see the chart there displayed on the screen. So this took me out, and boom, price just flew. And this was just my target. I was just targeting this bearish block. That was all. I was just targeting this. Unfortunately, the market took me out. So let's look at what we could anticipate tomorrow. So here in USDJPY from the daily time frame, you can clearly see it's just bearish momentum, and price broke through the last low point that really gave us this bullish push of price to the upside that broke structure here. And now price has traded below that, breaking it, taking all of this liquidity here. You can see a push back, mitigating it, bearish continuation back to this daily level that gave this bullish reaction. So we are much more on the bearish side of things than on the bullish side of things here. So what we could see is a possibility that this may possibly want to return into this unmitigated candle wick and then continue bearish to the downside, the narrative from the daily time frame anyway. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame here in USDJPY to look at what we could see there. So in the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is how this return fair value gap here in confluence to that low that was broken. Basically, that should be like a breaker block because it sponsored bullishness that broke this when you check that from the daily time frame. So we had the bullish movements. This is really heartbreaking. Price took me out. Wow, it's fine. That's trading for you. So what we can now see is that price has traded into this unmitigated candle wick, and volume has been respecting it because volume is trading below that. In confluence here, we can see where we have the sell movement before this buy movement. So price has traded into that, and we're seeing the possibility that these may want to continue bearish to the downside. So we have to wait also to see how this 4-hour candle would close. So if this 4-hour candle gives us a close to the downside, it means that this will create a rejection block level for us, and the possibility that we might see is price coming here for a bearish continuation to the downside here in USDJPY. So let's look at the 1-hour time frame here in USDJPY. So here in USDJPY, what we are seeing is this price has given us this bearish engulfing candle. So you can see that the narrative is bearish. So we have to just stay with the bearish side of things than trying to force the bullish story. You get it, guys? So now we are seeing an engulfing, prices reacting at it and trying to just want to continue bearish to the downside. So let's see how the 4-hour candle closes. That would help us to determine if we're going to see our bearish continuation. What is in the 30 minutes time frame? Okay, this has broken this. So 1-hour candle should close. The next 1 hour should be formed. Let's see what happens. If that gives us bearishness, then this could just serve as a push into the fair value gap. Then look forward to see if price is going to give us the bearish model to continue bearish to the downside. So this is what I'll be looking forward to, except proven otherwise, guys. So cheers and God bless you all.